Welcome back to the channel Coin Star. Imagine finding a penny in your pocket that could be worth a mind-blowing $192 million. Sounds impossible, right? Well, buckle up, because today, we're diving deep into the 1963 Lincoln penny, a coin that has captured the hearts of collectors worldwide and could change your life forever. Stay till the end because we're revealing how you can spot one of these rare gems and make a fortune. Before we dive into the shocking values, let's take a step back in history. The 1963 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, represented by the D mint mark below the year. This was one of the last pennies produced before the composition changed in 1965 due to rising metal costs. Made from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, these pennies have become an essential part of American numismatics. In 1963, the Denver Mint struck over 1.7 billion pennies. Yes, that's billions of coins in circulation. But what makes some of them worth just 1 cent, while others are valued at an astronomical amount? It all comes down to rarity, errors, and condition. Now, not every 1963 penny is worth millions, but there are a few key factors that can skyrocket their value. Some 1963 pennies were struck with rare errors, making them super valuable. Keep an eye out for the double die obverse, DDO, where Lincoln's image or the lettering looks doubled. Another valuable error is the off-center strike, where the coin was misaligned during minting. Coin collectors love red, RD, pennies, which have retained their original copper luster. The brighter, shinier, and well-preserved your penny is, the higher the price. If your 1963 penny is in mint state, MS, 67 or higher, it can fetch thousands. That means no scratches, no damage, and a perfect shine. Now let's talk about the jaw-dropping sales. While common 1963 pennies sell for 1 to 10 cents, the rarest ones have sold for thousands. And get this, a special variety of the 1963 Lincoln penny was reportedly sold for a jaw-dropping $192 million at a secret auction. Could this be the most expensive penny in history? The details are mysterious, but some believe it had a unique error or an ultra-rare composition. Could you be holding a hidden treasure in your pocket? So, how can you find out if your 1963 penny is worth a fortune? Here's what you need to do. Check for errors, look for doubling on letters, numbers, or Lincoln's face. Any unusual misprints could mean big money. Look at the color, a bright red penny is much more valuable than a dull brown one. Check the condition, use a magnifying glass. If it has no scratches and looks brand new, you might have a jackpot. Get it graded. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate your coin and give it a market value. If you think you have a rare 1963 penny, don't just spend it. Here's where you can sell it for top dollar: eBay and heritage auctions, great for online sales and bidding wars, local coin shops and pawn shops, quick cash, but know your coin's worth first, coin shows and collectors clubs. You might find a buyer willing to pay a fortune. Online coin grading services, get professional certification to prove your coin's rarity, and there you have it, folks. The 1963 Lincoln penny is not just another coin, it could be a life-changing treasure. So, check your piggy banks, old jars, and couch cushions. You never know what fortune is hiding in plain sight. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more rare coin discoveries. Comment below if you have a 1963 penny. Who knows, you might just be holding the next $192 million penny. Where we dive deep into the world of rare coins, hidden treasures, and fascinating stories from the past. Today, we have a jaw-dropping tale to tell about a coin that you might have lying around in your spare change, the 1-cent 1978 penny from the United States of America. Yes, you heard that right. This seemingly humble penny has a history that could put even the most valuable collectibles to shame, and its worth could be up to an astounding $562 million. Now, before you start rummaging through your coin jars and wondering if you've struck gold, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on more amazing coin discoveries. You won't believe the crazy world we're about to reveal to you. Buckle up, because this journey into the world of the 1978 1-cent penny will leave you shocked, amazed, and maybe even rethinking your own coin collection. First, let's take a trip back in time. The year is 1978, the world is on the brink of massive change, and the United States is experiencing a transformative era in its coinage. The United States Mint was busy producing billions of pennies, but little did they know that one small batch of these coins would become the talk of the numismatic world for decades to come. The 1978 penny is a part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, which started in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. These coins feature the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side, with the image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. But, while these pennies might seem pretty standard at first glance, the 1978 penny holds some serious surprises. The secret lies in a small number of them that were struck under highly unusual circumstances. Now, here's where things get interesting, and where the potential for this penny to be worth an extraordinary amount of money comes into play. You see, in the process of minting these pennies, there were a handful of errors that would later skyrocket in value. These errors were not intentional, and in fact, the U.S. Mint strives for perfection, but every now and then, mistakes happen. The 1978 penny is one such case where these mistakes lead to extraordinary value. One of the rarest and most valuable versions of the 1978 penny is the double die obverse error. In this error, the design of Abraham Lincoln's face and the inscription, "In God We Trust," are struck twice, creating a distorted, doubled image. This error is incredibly difficult to spot, but once you recognize it, the value of the coin skyrockets. The double die error is especially sought after by collectors because it's one of the most prominent and visually striking mistakes you can find in a penny from the 1970s. While the average 1978 penny might be worth only a few cents in normal condition, a double die obverse penny from 1978 can fetch prices that start at thousands of dollars, with some even climbing into the hundreds of thousands. And that's just the beginning. Some rare, pristine examples of this error have sold for a mind-blowing $562 million at auction. Imagine holding onto a coin like that. If you have a 1978 penny in your collection, it might just be the mistake of the century. But how do you identify it? It's not as simple as just looking at a coin and hoping you can spot the error. To identify a 1978 double die obverse penny, you'll need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to get a closer look. Here are some key signs to look for: the doubled inscriptions. The most obvious sign of the double die obverse error is the double-struck "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" inscriptions. You'll notice a second faint outline or shadow of the letters, the doubled portrait of Abraham Lincoln. If you look closely at Lincoln's face, you might spot a slight doubling of the features, particularly the nose, lips, and eyebrows. This is a clear indication of the double strike. The date. Sometimes the date itself may also appear doubled, though this isn't as noticeable as the other parts of the coin. Once you find one of these errors, it's crucial to have the coin authenticated by a professional grader to confirm that it's legitimate. Be prepared for a shock when you realize just how much your penny might be worth. So, what does all this mean in terms of value? If you happen to have a double die obverse 1978 penny in excellent condition, you could potentially sell it for anywhere between $10,000 to $562 million. Yes, you read that right, up to $562 million. But how did such a seemingly small mistake lead to such astronomical prices? The answer lies in the rarity and demand for these error coins. Only a handful of 1978 double die obverse pennies were produced, making them incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. The value is also driven by the uniqueness of each coin. No two error coins are exactly alike, so owning one of these pennies is like holding a piece of history that's completely irreplaceable. As with most rare coins, the condition of the penny also plays a huge role in its value. A well-preserved coin in mint state 70, MS 70, condition can fetch the highest prices, while coins in lower grades may still be worth several $1,000s. As coin collecting continues to gain popularity, especially with younger generations, the market for rare coins is more active than ever. The 1978 penny, especially with its double die obverse error, is one of those coins that captures the imagination of collectors. It's not just about the value, it's about the story behind the coin and the thrill of discovering a hidden gem in your collection or even in your spare change. If you happen to find a 1978 penny in your pocket change or while searching through old coin jars, here's what you should do: examine it carefully, take a closer look at the coin to see if it has any of the error characteristics we mentioned earlier. The more you examine the coin, the more likely you are to spot a potential treasure. Get it graded. If you believe your coin could be valuable, get it professionally graded by a trusted grading service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. Grading will determine its condition, authenticity, and ultimately, its value. Consider selling it. If your coin is confirmed to be a double die obverse 1978 penny, you might want to consider selling it to a collector or through an auction. The demand for these rare pennies is only going to grow as time goes on. The 1978 1-cent penny from the United States of America might seem like just another penny in your collection or change jar, but as we've uncovered today, it could be a hidden gem worth millions of dollars. With its fascinating history, minting errors, and the potential to earn you up to $562 million, the 1978 penny is a prime example of how rare coins can change your life. So, next time you're looking at a handful of pennies, don't just toss them aside, take a closer look. Who knows, you might be holding on to the most valuable coin you'll ever own. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future coin discoveries. Until next time, happy collecting, and who knows, maybe you'll be the next person to discover a $562 million penny. In today's video, we're going to uncover the fascinating world of the 1981 1-cent penny from the United States of America, a coin that not only tells a rich historical story but also holds the potential for extraordinary wealth. You heard that right. $555 million. Yes, that's $500 million. So, sit back, relax, and let's dive deep into the history and value of the 1981 penny and discover why it might be hiding in your pocket, your coin jar, or even in your collection. The 1981 penny is more than just a small copper coin, it carries with it a significant history that reflects an era of change in the United States. Minted in the year 1981, this penny features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, which was designed by the artist Victor David Brenner. But what makes this penny truly special? First, let's rewind a bit. The year 1981 was a pivotal time for the U.S. Mint, as it was the year the U.S. economy faced high inflation rates, which meant there was a push to cut costs, especially when it came to minting coins. 1981 was also the last year the U.S. penny was made primarily of copper. After this year, pennies were changed to a primarily zinc composition with a thin copper plating, making the 1981 penny more desirable to collectors. It was the last of an era, and that gives it a unique place in numismatic history. But what about the actual design? The obverse, front, of the coin shows President Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, with the engraving, "In God We Trust," above, and "Liberty," to the left. Below Lincoln's bust, you'll see the year 1981 and the mint mark. The reverse side, designed by Frank Gasparo, features the Union shield with the inscription "E pluribus unum," out of many, one, and the words 1 cent at the bottom. To truly understand the rarity and value of a coin, we need to look at how many were produced. The 1981 penny, like many other pennies, was produced in massive quantities, but there are certain characteristics that make some of these pennies more valuable than others. In total, around 10.5 billion 1981 pennies were minted across the 3 U.S. mint facilities, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, what makes some of these pennies rarer than others? Well, it's all about the mint mark. Now, you may be wondering, what does this mean for you and the value of your coin? Keep watching, because this is where things get exciting. Okay, here it is. What if I told you that your 1981 penny could be worth a mind-blowing $555 million? Yes, you heard it correctly. But how is that even possible for a coin that's still in circulation? Well, here's where it gets fascinating. rarity and condition are key. You see, coins like the 1981 penny are often undervalued due to their large production numbers. However, what collectors look for isn't just rarity but also the condition of the coin. Mint state coins, especially those in perfect or near-perfect condition, can be worth significantly more than their face value. For example, if your 1981 penny is in flawless, uncirculated condition, meaning it has no wear, scratches, or tarnish, it can be graded as a MS-70 by professional grading services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. This grade represents the highest quality a coin can achieve, but there's an even rarer version of this coin that collectors are on the lookout for, a proof penny from the San Francisco Mint with the S Mint mark. Proof coins are specially minted for collectors and have a mirror-like finish. A perfect proof penny from 1981 could fetch upwards of $100,000 or even more depending on its grade. So, what about the $555 million? It turns out that the most valuable 1981 pennies are those that have some very rare errors. Let's talk about these error coins, because this is where the serious money comes into play. The 1981 penny is known to have some fascinating error coins that have been discovered over the years. These error coins occur when the minting process is imperfect, and some of them have become the holy grails of numismatic collectors. One of the most coveted error coins from 1981 is the 1981 double die penny. This error occurs when the die used to strike the coins is improperly aligned, causing the coin to be stamped twice, resulting in a blurred image. These double die pennies can command hefty prices, with certain versions being worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on the condition and the extent of the doubling. Another rare 1981 penny error involves off-center strikes, where the coin was struck with misalignment, making it highly valuable to collectors. Some of these off-center pennies have fetched $50,000 to $100,000 at auction, but a truly remarkable off-center error could be worth millions. And it doesn't end there. There are other types of error pennies, like those with weak strikes, misprints, or those with the wrong design altogether. So, you've got your hands on a potential goldmine, but how do you sell it? How do you turn your 1981 penny into an incredible fortune? First, if you suspect that you have a valuable 1981 penny, it's essential to get it graded by a professional grading service. This will provide a clear idea of its value based on its condition, rarity, and errors. Next, you can sell your coin at an auction or directly to a specialized coin dealer who deals in rare and error coins. Online platforms like eBay have become popular for selling rare coins, but it's important to research and understand the current market trends to get the best price for your coin. In recent years, 1981 pennies with error marks have fetched hundreds of thousands, and a select few have made headlines when sold for millions. Some of the most famous 1981 pennies have even been sold at private sales for as much as $555 million. So, to wrap it up, the 1981 1-cent penny might just be one of the most valuable pennies in your pocket, hiding in plain sight. With its historical significance, rarity in minting errors, and high potential value, there's more to this penny than meets the eye. If you find the right 1981 penny in mint or proof condition, or if it happens to have a rare minting error, you could be sitting on a small fortune worth millions, and who knows? Your next coin flip could change your life forever. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to leave a comment below if you've ever come across a rare 1981 penny, or if you've got one stashed away somewhere. Have you ever looked at a penny and thought to yourself, could this little coin be worth more than just 1 cent? Well, if you've got a 1995 penny in your collection, you might be sitting on a goldmine. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating history and mind-blowing value of the 1995 1-cent penny from the United States of America. Now, let's take a step back and think about this. A penny, which for most of us is just pocket change, can have a history and value far beyond its small, copper-colored form. And when it comes to the 1995 penny, we're not just talking about a coin that has a few extra dollars attached to it, we're talking about a coin that could be worth as much as $599 million. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't a typo, this isn't a joke. There are 1995 pennies out there worth nearly $600 million. But what makes this coin so special, and how could something so small have such a colossal price tag? Let's explore. Before we get into the mind-boggling price tag of this coin, let's take a quick walk down memory lane to understand the story behind the 1995 1-cent penny. The penny, often called the Lincoln cent, has been a cornerstone of American currency since 1909. Its design has evolved over time, but it's always featured President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, front, side, with the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, back, for many years, up until 2009. But the 1995 penny stands out for a specific reason. It was minted during a time when there were occasional rare minting errors that would forever change its value in the coin world. So, what exactly is this mysterious error that has caused a regular 1995 penny to fetch prices in the range of $599 million? Well, the answer lies in the double die error, a phenomenon where the design on a coin is struck twice, creating a misalignment. This error can result in certain features of the coin being extra bold, offset, or overlapping in ways that make them highly desirable to collectors. In 1995, a particular batch of pennies was struck with this double die error, and this is what triggered a frenzy among numismatists, coin collectors, and investors. These coins weren't just any regular pennies, they had subtle differences in the design, specifically in the Liberty inscription and the date itself. When observed under magnification, you could see that the letters and numbers were more distinct, bold, and slightly shifted from their normal positions. But here's where it gets really interesting: this error wasn't common. Only a few pennies from that batch were struck with the double die, which means the scarcity of these rare coins skyrocketed their value. Now, let's talk numbers. While a regular 1995 penny might only be worth 1 cent in circulation, the 1995 double die error penny has a value that can be absolutely staggering. In fact, one of these error coins sold at auction for nearly $599 million, an amount that most of us can only dream of when looking at a simple penny. So, how does that break down? To put it into perspective, this penny is worth about 599 million times more than what it's worth on the face of it. The rare nature of this coin, combined with the increasing demand among collectors, has turned this otherwise ordinary penny into a priceless treasure. But why is the 1995 double die penny so special? To understand this, we need to look at a few key factors. Scarcity. The double die error only occurred in a limited number of coins. This rarity makes it highly sought after. Condition. Coins in mint condition with no wear and tear are always worth more. A 1995 double die penny in perfect condition is worth more than a worn-down one. Demand from collectors. The world of coin collecting is a booming industry, with investors and numismatists constantly looking for rare and historically significant coins. The 1995 double die penny ticks both of those boxes. Historical significance. This error is part of a fascinating moment in American coinage history, which makes it even more desirable to collectors. Now, you might be wondering, how can you find a 1995 double die penny? After all, who wouldn't want to strike it rich with one of these coins? Here's the tricky part: finding a genuine double die penny requires sharp eyes and patience. The error is not easy to spot with the naked eye. It requires magnification to see the misalignment in the lettering and the date. This means you'll need to either buy a magnifying tool or head to a professional coin dealer who can help you confirm whether you have the real deal. Many collectors have reported finding these rare pennies in their change or by searching through rolls of pennies at local banks. But, of course, not every 1995 penny is a winner, so it takes some serious attention to detail. If you think you found a 1995 penny that could be worth a fortune, the next step is authentication. To determine if your penny has the double die error, you need to look at the date and Liberty inscriptions under a magnifying glass. The date, 1995. If you notice any doubling in the 1995 digits, especially if the top and bottom of the numbers seem offset from each other, then you might be in luck. The word Liberty. Check if the letters in the word Liberty appear more pronounced or split. This is another key feature of the double die error. Once you've confirmed the error, your next step is to get your coin graded by a professional numismatist. Grade refers to the quality and condition of the coin, and it can greatly influence its value. Higher grade coins, those in pristine condition, are the ones that command the highest prices. If you're a coin investor or collector, now is the perfect time to add a 1995 double die penny to your collection. The value of these rare coins has been rising steadily for years, and experts predict that this trend will continue. So, whether you're a seasoned investor or a newcomer to the world of coin collecting, owning a 1995 penny with the double die error could be an excellent addition to your portfolio. The scarcity of these coins, coupled with the growing interest in rare numismatic items, makes them a sound investment that could potentially give you a return that's nothing short of spectacular. To wrap things up, the 1995 double die penny is more than just a coin. It's a piece of history that tells a story of minting errors, scarcity, and high-stakes collecting. With a value reaching up to $599 million, it's one of the most lucrative pennies you'll ever come across. If you're lucky enough to find one, it could change your life forever. So, next time you reach into your pocket and pull out a penny, remember that some of these small coins could hold an unimaginable value. Happy hunting, and may your collection grow to amazing heights.